Hollow Knight is one, if not the hardest game to complete. And completing the achievements isn't any easier. And in order to get all the achievements, you would need to complete the game with 112% completion. And yes, it did take that many hours for one save. And in order to get that 112%, you would need to get every stag station, or also known as fast travels. You have to beat every dream boss, which is basically a harder version of the regular boss. You would have to get the last upgrade to your dream nail, the awoken dream nail. You will have to find and save every grub around the map, but if it's a problem, then I would recommend to just defeat the collector so you can find all the locations for the grubs. Then you would need to get all the charms, get all 9 vessel fragments, and if you thought 9 was bad, you would need 16 mask shards. You would need to get the hunter's mark, which is from killing a specific enemy and killing it a certain amount of times to be able to finish your journal. You would need to discover your past, or I think it's history. Now, if you were doing Hollow Knight yourself, it shouldn't take 75 hours to be able to do 112%. But in my first run, I was like dying all the time. I had just been going in circles. I had no idea where to go. And that's another thing, that the game doesn't tell you where to go. They just drop you and you have to explore yourself. But there is a map person called Cornifer, and he could just give you like little hints of where the places are. But after all of 112% completion, it was fulfilling. 100% guarantee you should at least go for it. The only problem is the consistency that you would need to keep up. You need to finish the final boss, or at least get all the endings, because you need to beat the same boss at least like 4 times to get a specific ending a specific way, like Passing of the Age, Dream No More, or Sealed Siblings. But that should be everything that is to cover about 112%, right? Wrong. There is actually another 4% I'm missing. It is from the pantheons, from Godhome. And I don't think I've ever been this frustrated when trying to complete a single pantheon. Like, look how close I was to dying, and this was the final part of the first one. So, to break it down, the pantheons are basically bosses and optional bosses throughout the game, where you would have to beat them simultaneously, and if you don't beat them, you'd be sent to the beginning. So in order to beat this, you would have to do a ton of attempts, and every attempt for one pantheon is at least 20 minutes if you're being careful. But that still wouldn't matter, because once you get to the final part of the pantheon, there's a completely new boss that you've never seen before, and it's just ruins your entire time. So you're basically forced to having to do the pantheon at least twice or more. Now, I honestly have no words for the 4th pantheon and the 5th pantheon. I'm just gonna show you how it looks like and how hard it is. So you're probably thinking, it's just one boss that at the end. It can't be that bad. Well, what if I were to tell you that the 5th pantheon was all the bosses together? That is a total of 48 bosses consecutively without dying. And that means that every attempt you take, no matter how fast you are, it'll take you 1 hour each attempt. I'm honestly surprised with myself for being able to do this, because the amount of practice that I put in for just for 2 bosses alone, it was so annoying, and having to redo them over and over again is just not worth it. But if you are like stubborn and you just can't get it out of your brain, you need this. Like it's just right there. You just need like a little bit more. I would 100% do it, because in the end it is worth it, because I did not stop thinking about it after I beat it. And with the video coming to an end, I would say that Hollow Knight is a 10 out of 10. The achievements are 10 out of 10. It's just the right amount of difficulty for you to lose your mind, but to also come back to the game where it's not like annoying, just like it's perfect. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the speedruns. They're not hard. You just need practice with the game and just know where everything is. It's not hard, just tedious. There's speedruns where you have to do it under 5 hours, 20 hours, and 10 hours. Oh yeah, and don't do the Steel Soul achievements. It'll drain you, it'll get you mad, it'll make you frustrated, it'll just make you do different things and feel different emotions. And with that comes to the end of my video. I recommend that you should check out some of my other videos where I do something like this. There's an entire playlist of me getting achievements, and just overall check out my channel just for more content.